Today on Soccer Sphere, we'll be discussing some exciting news. Hot drama is flaring up again in the world of football. From Marcus Rashford's shocking confession in Barcelona to Alejandro Garnacho's controversial return to Old Trafford as an opponent and Ruben Amorim's future now hanging by a thread. Manchester United is in a storm, both on and off the field. Rashford openly stated that he is better at Barcelona than he was at Manchester United. Meanwhile, Garnacho, who was once hailed as the Golden Boy, is now wearing a Chelsea uniform. And the public asked, would he be welcomed as a legend or as a traitor? On the other hand, coach Ruben Amorim is facing the biggest pressure of his career. A defeat against Chelsea could be a farewell ticket from the hot seat at Old Trafford. For more information, watch the video. We also have equally exciting football news, so stay tuned to the end to find out. Welcome to Soccer Sphere. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to get the latest updates. In Barcelona, I am a better player. Marcus Rashford's shocking admission after scoring 2 spectacular goals. Marcus Rashford, a name that had faded, is now shining again, and this time, not at Manchester's Dream Theatre, but under the Catalan sky filled with the history and elegance of football. The 2 goals he scored against Newcastle weren't just numbers. That was a statement, a sharp message, not just for the opponent, but for Manchester United, the club that raised him, but also made him lose his identity for a time. St. James Park witnessed the rebirth of a Marcus Rashford. His first goal, a curling shot from outside the penalty box. The second one, a solo run that left the Newcastle defenders like statues. There was no excessive celebration, just a sharp gaze toward the stands, as if saying, this is the real me. And behind that magical night, Rashford finally spoke. Here, I feel like the best version of myself. In Barcelona, I was a better player than I was at United. Boom. A statement that immediately shook the British media and European football world. But why is that? The secret lies in the new Barcelona coach, Hansi Flick. He is the one who believed in Rashford, even when the world doubted him. When we had the opportunity to sign Marcus, I immediately said, do it. We have to take him. I believed he was an incredible finisher, Flick said without hesitation. Trust. That's the key to everything. In Barcelona, Rashford not only found playing time, but also rediscovered a lost spirit. The technical and open style of play in La Liga makes Rashford feel like a fish back in water. I'm learning a lot here. His playing style is different, but I enjoy it. This makes me a better player, Rashford said with sparkling eyes. And it's not just about the coach. His teammates at Barcelona, talented young players like Lamine Yamal, Gavi, and Fermin, provided new energy. They played with confidence and a deep understanding of tactics. This is where Rashford feels at home. This is where he feels valued. I've always admired Barcelona since I was a child. Playing on this team, with young players who are hungry for victory, it's amazing. This comment sparked a variety of reactions. Manchester United fans are starting to wonder, is this a sign that Rashford doesn't want to return? Will he be part of Barcelona's new era? On the other hand, English legend Joe Cole tipped his hat. Marcus is a star. When he's on fire, no defender in the world can stop him. He could play for any club in the world. And the most touching thing is Rashford's recognition of Flick. He's not just a great coach, but also a great person. He understands the players. He believed in me even when I didn't fully believe in myself. Rashford's story in Barcelona isn't over yet. But one thing is clear, he's back. Not just as a player, but as a person who has rediscovered their love for the game that raised them. Is this the beginning of the Rashford era at the Blaugrana? Or just a fleeting glimpse before returning to Manchester? What's certain is that night, the world witnessed the real Marcus Rashford. Will Alejandro Garnacho be booed by the Old Trafford crowd as a traitor in the Manchester United vs Chelsea match? A new tension is looming over the heated match between Manchester United and Chelsea, which will be held at Old Trafford. However, it's not just about league position or the battle for 3 points. The main focus is actually on one name, Alejandro Garnacho. The talented young player who was previously hailed as the next big thing at the Theatre of Dreams now arrives not as a hero, but as an opponent wearing Chelsea's blue jersey. Yes, after his surprise transfer to Stamford Bridge last summer, Garnacho will step foot on Old Trafford for the first time as a visiting player. And the big question loomed. Will Garnacho be welcomed as a former golden boy, or will he be branded a traitor? From hope to disappointment, Garnacho briefly became a symbol of new hope for Manchester United. His explosive playing style, fearless mentality, and courage in duels have led to him being touted as a future star. He is a product of the academy and was once believed to be able to follow in the footsteps of icons like Cristiano Ronaldo. However, internal conflicts, issues of dissatisfaction with playing time, and differences in vision with the club management are cited as reasons behind his departure. Chelsea, seeing the opportunity, moved quickly and successfully brought the Wonder Kid to London for a fee that surprised many. The decision sparked a strong reaction from most of the Red Devils fan base. Many people feel betrayed. Garnacho is considered to have left for money and popularity, not for loyalty. He's no longer one of us. On social media, the responses from Manchester United fans were also varied. Not a few people have called Garnacho a player who is impatiently waiting for his turn and puts ego before the club. The hashtag #SnakeNacho even trended among hardcore fans. However, there are also some who are more wise. They see Garnacho's departure as a consequence of the club's management instability and the long-term project that remains unclear. For this group, the mistake wasn't just Garnacho's, but also on the people who were supposed to nurture young talent like him. Will Garnacho be booed, jeered, or respected? All those questions will be answered when Garnacho emerges from the stadium tunnel in front of tens of thousands of Red Devils fans. There will be whistles, perhaps shouts, but there might also be a small applause from those who still remember how great his potential once was and the contribution he was able to make. This match is more than just an ordinary game. It's an emotional stage for a young player who chose a different path, and for thousands of fans who feel abandoned. Manchester United versus Chelsea is no longer just a match between two Premier League giants. It's also a story about love, heartbreak, and choices that can't be undone. Will Garnacho silence the critics with his performance on the field, or will they crumble under the atmospheric pressure of Old Trafford? One thing is certain, Alejandro Garnacho's return to Old Trafford will be one of the most emotional moments of the season. United must rise. Amorim's future could depend on the match against Chelsea. Manchester United enters a week full of pressure before facing Chelsea at Old Trafford. The heavy 0-3 defeat to Manchester City last weekend has put coach Ruben Amorim's position under scrutiny. The Portuguese coach now has the lowest win percentage of any permanent United manager since World War II. This situation has sparked much speculation about his short-term future at the club. Criticism also came from various quarters, including Premier League legend Alan Shearer, who emphasized that Amorim could face serious consequences if he fails to set things right. The match against Chelsea will be an important test for the 40-year-old manager. All eyes are on the tactics and decisions he will make to boost performance. The result at Old Trafford this weekend is predicted to be decisive for the next steps. If they fail, Amorim's position is believed to be increasingly threatened. Amorim has had a disappointing start to the season with United. His team is currently at the bottom of the table, far from the club's ambitious targets. The defeat against Manchester City highlighted the quality and strategy gap between United and top-tier teams. Shearer believes this should not be allowed to drag on. It was like men against boys last weekend at the Etihad. They are very different in terms of ability, system, attitude, and whatever you want to call it, even though United spent a lot of money in the summer, Shearer said. I don't think they can lose like that again this weekend. If they do, you'll have to worry about the manager's future, he added. Ruben Amorim stated that he will not easily change his playing style. He posted that he will stick to the philosophy he believes in until he feels the need to adjust. This firmness makes some people understand it. Shearer believes Amorim's stubbornness could be a double-edged sword. I believe in my way and I will play my way until I want to change it. If not, you have to change the person, said Amorim. He will either die alone or achieve the success he needs. When this problem looks negative, and I think many players don't fit into his system, Shearer added, Amorim needs to step up to avoid a prolonged crisis. Shearer emphasized that improved performance must be seen immediately to satisfy management. The victory against Chelsea is crucial for Amorim's career at the club. All parties are waiting for concrete steps and a response team on the ground. There's a lot to the system, and even though the coach says otherwise, he won't change the way he plays. He will die by his own hand or achieve the success he needs, Shearer said. Amorim knew, he believed, and he would keep or lose his job. This is a very exciting weekend, and he can't swallow another defeat like last weekend, he added.